welcome to your adverbs lesson. You can see in front of you a group of people who planned a trip professionally and achieved something that sadly 189 people couldn't, as we can see. Happy campers planned things professionally, and it's worth it. You can go see places like Sydney Opera House, as you will in this lesson, and another place from Australia, Uluru or Ayers Rock. How do you get to these places? This lesson will show you how to get there, and we will review adverb use that we learnt last week. So let's first check what I'm asking you to do in this lesson. If you look at the video now, I'm asking you first to find Google Maps. Open Google, search for maps or Maps Google, and the link will come up, as you can see. When the search page comes up, search for your location. I'll give you two locations. You've seen them already, Sydney Opera House and Ayers Rock. I'm going to ask you to find 3 more locations. They can be anywhere in the world. They don't have to be in Australia. And do what you will see happening now. I've pulled up Sydney Opera House in Google Maps. What I'm doing now is locating on the bottom right the little yellow man and dragging him to a road that is highlighted in blue. When I drop the man on the road, Google Maps turns into Street View, and it will show me a panoramic view of where I dropped the yellow man to. As you can see, we're at Sydney Opera House, by Sydney Harbour Bridge, on the harbour front. Street View lets me zoom in on the right, as you can see here, by clicking the plus. Also by the up and down arrow, or plus, and negative buttons on your keyboard. Up and down is for moving forwards and backwards. You can change the view from left to right by clicking and dragging on the screen, or you can use the left or right arrows on your keyboard. Both work effectively. Now, in today's task, I'm going to be asking you to access a site or a place where you think you could live and work in future successfully. This task will ask you to find out 5 things about a trip to these locations. The idea of the trip is to help you find out if it's a good place or not. The first thing you need to do, obviously, is find the location. The second thing, as we're doing right now, is find a place to eat not far from the location. What we've found here, as you will see in a second, is a restaurant on the first floor, which I believe is called Ocean Keys. If you navigate through Street View, zooming and selecting the area with your mouse, you should be able to see most things that you need to find. There we found the name of the restaurant, and it's called Opera Keys, which is a pun on piano key, I think. Opera Keys restaurant. Take a screenshot of this. That's usually Alt print screen button or Alt F11 or print screen. ask your tutor for guidance if you don't know how to do that. Open up your graphics package. On this computer it's Earthan View. Paste the screenshot into the graphics package to create an image and save it with a recognizable name. In this case, Opera Keys Restaurant Sydney Opera House. In this lesson you'll be communicating on WhatsApp with a partner. You might want to write into the print screen produced screenshot this image that we have in front of us by writing text into the image. This is a good skill to learn. It will help you in many situations, not only in your studies but also later in work, sending images with information to contacts. Here I'm just noting down for my partner where the restaurant is and how to get there from the Opera House. Now remember, the lesson target is to use adverbs. So putting a note in the image might also be good practice, as you'll see. I write my basic information and I've added my adverbs for effect. So it's 5 minutes from the Opera House. You walk carefully around the bay because of the construction site, and it looks really a little expensive, but probably it's worth the cost. You can see the change of effect we have in using adverbs. We'll review use of adverbs later in the lesson, and the major rule we need to understand is that adverbs come before or after the verb. We know they both describe the verb, not the noun. And in this lesson we need to learn which kind of adverb comes before the verb and which kind of adverb comes after the verb. This will be explained at a later stage in the lesson. For now, please note you are expected in your WhatsApp messages that you send for the 3 locations that you choose to find on Street View, screenshot and send an image to your friend with a note. You're expected to use an adverb in each sentence, as this example here shows you. You don't need to write inside the image, but you do need to send the photo and send text connected to the photo when you achieve the task. So you can see now, once we've saved the image and come back to Street View, another task to achieve in your locations is to find somewhere to stay that is affordable. So we can search around the immediate location around Sydney Opera House. If we can find somewhere cheap close to Sydney Opera House, that would be best. The buildings look quite expensive, and as we can see here,